Hey there folks, welcome back to Let's Play Mass Effect 2. I'm the Mysterious JG. As much as I liked fighting Saren, and Saren as a character, he wasn't a particularly good final boss. Mass Effect 2 has gone out of its way to give us a big, scary, like room-sized monster-looking final boss. In which you have, but although it basically works the same as every other boss fight, which is you have to defeat a small group of enemies, then you get a shot at damaging the big bad. Like, you know, in the Reaper ship, there was the Reaper core that would unshield periodically and then reshield. Here it's the same thing. We got to defeat a group of enemies, then the tubes become available for us to shoot. And I'm about to shoot the damn tubes. I believe if you take too long before you shoot the tubes, they will reseal and you'll have to find another group of enemies. So let's not do that. Let's destroy all the tubes. Did somebody say firing an impact shell? Structural weaknesses, they said, so basically this thing is not just going to fall over. Whether this counts as... I guess that kills a Reaper, right? Just knock it the fuck over. Nice wedgie there.
Shepard to ground team. Status report.
I see they're badass fighting.
They are holding, but they keep coming. A quick exit is preferable.
Okay, don't worry,
Head
we
to
got
the
it.
Normandy. Joker, prep the engines. I'm about to overload this place and blow it sky high.
Roger that, Commander. Commander, I've got an incoming signal from the elusive man. He's patching it through.
He's like, how are you guys doing?
Shepard, you've done the impossible.
Yeah, but I did it thanks to teamwork and the power of love and friendship.
I was part of a team.
Yeah.
Some of them gave their lives for this mission.
Did they? Oh, I guess you're talking about anonymous crew
Their
members.
sacrifice will not be forgotten. You did what you had to do, and you acquired the collector base. I'm looking at the schematics Edie uploaded. A timed radiation pulse would kill the remaining collectors, but leave the machinery and technology intact. This
Mr.
is
Evil?
our chance, Shepard. They were building a Reaper. That knowledge, that framework could save us.
You think it could help? No, dude is super ominous and scary and evil. And in the previous game, they were experimenting with like captured enemies and turning them into husks. I mean, you know, I could argue in the real world, in a case like this, that there might be a reason to do this. But in Fantasyland, Paragon Shepard would have no part of it. If I ever replay through these games as Renegade FemShep, which seems unlikely, because each of these games is pretty damn long. But if I ever do that, Renegade FemShep will be all about using Reaper technology to either safeguard against the Reapers or, you know, help the humans fight other aliens. But Paragon Shepard is not going to leave this base here in which humans were liquefied and pumped into giant robot.
They've liquefied people, turned them into something horrible. We have to destroy the base.
Don't be short-sighted. Our best chance against the Reapers is to turn their own resources against them.
Someone gives you a weapon, you don't complain that it's dirty.
Busily
You use it.
holding the
Exactly
thing
my
in front of...
They were working directly with the collectors. Who knows what information is buried there? This base is a gift. We can't just destroy it.
Samara's like holding her Omnitool in the middle of them. She also has nothing to say about this, which is odd. You'd think her Justicar code would cover what you do with bases that liquefied... I guess if it was her own species, Asari, who were being liquefied and fed into a Reaper, the Justicar code covers it. It might not have a you know, a rule for when that happens to humans.
You're completely ruthless. The next thing I know, you'll be wanting to grow your own Reaper.
My goal is to save humanity from the Reapers, at any cost. I've never hidden that from you. Imagine how many lives could be saved if we keep this base intact and use its knowledge to thwart the Reapers. Imagine the lives that will be lost if we don't.
No matter what kind of technology we might find, it's not worth it.
Shepard, you died fighting for what you believed. I brought you back so you could keep fighting.
For what
Some
I
would
believe.
say what we did to you was going too far, but look what you've accomplished. I didn't discard you because I knew your value. Don't be so quick to discard this facility. Think of the potential.
Yeah, sorry, I'm Super Paragon, man. What you're saying makes sense, but I'm Super Paragon, man. Gotta be Paragon.
We'll fight and win without it. I won't let fear compromise who I am.
Shepard, think about what's at stake, about everything Cerberus has done for you.
And Zaid's all pissed, but whatever. He was okay with us not letting him kill his worst enemy ever, so I guess he's
Let's move.
gonna be chill about
Got
this
10
too.
minutes before the reactor overloads and blows this whole station apart.
Hello? Oh, well, what do you know? He's back, folks. Okay, this is well and truly the final battle. There is no point holding anything back now. But you definitely don't want to get hit with that. Where'd he go? Where'd he go, buddy? Larva guy. So that did nothing. I missed. Okay, my whole squad's dead now. And it's really starting to look like I'm not going to get anything useful out of this siege weapon. Yeah, the siege weapon is not going to be useful, unfortunately. And I'm practically out of ammo with this. Son of a bitch ducked on me. Are those guys dropping ammo as I killed them? They are. I figured there was a reason they're here. Hurry up and shoot, and then pop back up so I can hit your weak point. Come on. Did I get it? Okay, I got it. Pop back up, you jerko. Oh shit, shield's failed. Wow, the shields don't recover quickly from that one. Damn it. There we are. He didn't even shoot that time, he just kind of bounced around a bit. Help me out, Zaid. Fire some impact shots. I don't see any other way we're beating this thing. Hitting Harbinger was over here. Ah, that's heavy weapon ammo right there. Some heavy weapons are probably good against this guy. Obviously, the Singularity Projector isn't really one of them. But it's still, I like it. I got it with the Collector's Edition. So I feel like I should try to use it. Can I shoot you in the mouth, or no? I mean, I could. It wouldn't do me good. A bit underwhelming of the boss fight, although I say that it might get a lot tougher at any time. Leave off concussive shots are being fired. It's starting to pop up at more places. Like it came all the way over here.
Enemies ahead.
Just put your damn weak point someplace where I can shoot it, please. That was me messing up. Can't blame him. He's not even really fighting us, he's just kind of bouncing around a lot. Oh, shit.
Shepard, you're hitting me!
I'm not hitting you! I did not hit her, I did not! I thought I had it there. There we go. Barring an infection. Bitches. Take that, unnamed larval reaper. You just got aborted. The red states are never gonna vote for Shepard now. See, it's usually, yeah, it's usually Morden who's in that position, because I always bring him with. And, I pretty much always manage to save him, but that is, of course, a spot where you can fail to save somebody. And we're all dead. Just kidding. J/K, OMG. Yeah. We had a pretty good day. Oh god, I'd hate to think that the 2,000-year-old lady is dead. This is what you get for having tried to tell me to do the smart thing instead of the Paragon thing.
Do you copy? Commander, come on, Shepard, don't leave me hanging. Do you copy?
I'm here, Joker.
Yeah, whatever.
Did the ground team make it?
All survivors on board. We're just waiting for you.
Of course, there were no survivors, but... Alright.
Your species has the attention of those infinitely or greater. That which you know as Reapers are your salvation.
Oh, I am infinitely greater. See, look at me. Reapers are our salvation? That really seems like an odd name for them to have if they're our salvation. I mean, the wheat isn't saved as far as I can make out when it's reaped. Although the name makes a bit of sense if they're collecting sentient species to, like, build themselves. That the whole, like, humans are their wheat kind of, you know, it makes some sense, I guess. Yeah, I mean, Shepard's not gonna die now. It's, like, way too bad. I saved everybody. Got all the upgrades, even the stupid ones, like, get sniper rifle for it. One crew member.
I get the gist of it. Hold on.
Take that, collectors. Is that the true Harbinger? I always thought this was Harbinger. And that's when you find out the horrible truth, in case you hadn't figured it out. Harbinger was never a collector to begin with. That one collector running around in that central base wasn't Harbinger. It was just a collector that was being controlled by the guy that we saw on the little monitor there, a Reaper. So all the Harbingers we've killed, all the collectors that we shot, none of them actually were, you know, any special or more powerful than any of the others. They were all the ones that were popping up as Harbinger. He wasn't a Reaper, or sorry, a collector who could control the collectors, like the leader of the swarm or anything. He was just one of the swarm. They were all exactly the same, the collector drone guys, and a Reaper was occasionally taking them over directly. So Harbinger is a Reaper. Not that shocking, but there you go. That's why if you do that one DLC at the end, instead of a big scary collector showing up to
Shepard,
just frighten
you're
you, it's a
making
Reaper.
habit of costing me more than time and money.
But the we just one music is playing.
Too many lives were lost at that base. I'm not sorry it's gone.
The first of many lives. The technology from that base could have secured human dominance in the galaxy against the Reapers and beyond.
Yeah, it's the Beyond part that
Human
was weirding
dominance,
me out.
or just Cerberus?
Yeah, both.
Strength for Cerberus is strength for every human. Cerberus is humanity. I should have known you'd choke on the hard decisions. Too idealistic from the start.
What was it Jack Nicholson said? Celtics always choke in the big games.
I'm not looking for your approval.
Bitch.
Harbinger is coming, and he won't be alone. Humanity needs a leader who's looking out for them. From now on, I'm doing things my way, whether you agree or not.
I'll do it my way.
Don't turn your back on me, Shepard. I made you. I brought you back from the dead.
Don't turn your love out on me, baby. Seriously, it's like, he's right, but, you know, come on, it's also Mr. Evil, so. Shut up.
Joker, lose this channel.
Cerberus crew mutinies and kills Shepard. That was fun. You know, we destroyed the Collectors and a Reaper, and I'm just not able to enjoy it. Because the planet turned blue with Paragon power instead of green or orange with Renegade power. He's still, though, I mean, I should have had Blue Smurf dialogue to convince him to turn to a good guy, but he just isn't a good guy. Okay, music, you're very tense and all. Yeah, shouldn't be rushing the game. It's been a long game. It can linger a little bit at the end. It's alright. Jack and Legion, best of friends. And our weird crusty-headed crew members, Grunt and Garrus. And Joker, he's got a pretty crusty head too. High five, Joker. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I just break your hand and kill you? Yes, that's what Reapers look like. I'm glad you took that picture. Tali not gonna show up in the ending? I mean... Oh look, 1,000,000 Reapers are attacking, that's great. Is that actually happening, or is that just a fantasy? Whatever. Alright, Casey Hudson, you know, you did alright. That's a pretty good game. I really did actually prefer the first Mass Effect game to the second one. There's a lot of things they improved, and there's other things where to me it wasn't so much an improvement as just a tone shift to be more like other games that were more popular. I can see how they'd want to get dark and edgy as it went on. They might feel like that was a good direction to go in. And sometimes I'm cynical and I think, well, you know, they wanted to expand the appeal and not have it just be nerds who enjoyed hearing about the background of places like Noveria, where they actually talked about, you know, they talked a little bit about future corporate culture, and this game doesn't really throw in any new species other than the Vorcha, who are just like, you know, throwaway bad guy species, you know. I guess they threw in the lizard guys. We only really meet two, the badass assassin lizard and his son, who is riding. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, sometimes I'm like, am I just being cynical? And I think they played down the sci-fi and played up the action, or am I just reading too much into it, or am I right on the money? Yeah, everybody's entitled to their own opinion on this. Certainly there was still sci-fi content, but it just felt like most of the creative world building was just when they felt like they needed to explain why everything comes down to firefights with your group of 3 against whatever enemies you encounter. But there's really, like, Noveria is a good example. I really liked the Noveria sequence on in Mass Effect 1. You get to a point, you're in this little base. It's like a really, really tiny version of the Citadel. It's a little base where you've got a little bit of everything that you need to be able to do. But you have to get Ananias, or whatever his name is like the corrupt boss of the place, and you have to get a pass to get into the garage to go find Matriarch Venezia. You guys remember that plotline? Yeah. There's more than one way you can do it. You can sell out this Hanar who idiotically tries to get you to commit a crime with him, like without finding anything out about you first. You can sell that guy out and get it that way and completely bypass these other plot lines. You can also work with an undercover cop to find out about the guy's crimes. You can sell out that cop he was working with. You can bring in a Turian businessman who doesn't really want to get involved, but you can drag them in. Hey, Claudia Black. Seth Green, of course. Oh, Trisha Helfer. I forgot that she does Edie. That's a super hot blonde Cylon chick from the Martin Sheen, of course. Super hot blonde Cylon chick from the Battlestar Galactica reboot. There's probably other people in that who I would recognize if I was paying more attention. Jesse Gervais, but not Ricky Gervais. Sadly, Carl Pilkington did not do a voice. But yeah, like you'd have a section like Noveria where there's multiple different ways to go. There's entire storylines you can miss. This has tons of side quests you can miss, but all of the main storylines pretty much play out in the same way. The only differences that ever come up are your dialogue options. It's not like there's more than one way that you can get through the mission where you land on Horizon or whatever that planet is that the collectors attacked. I mean, you find these little sort of meaningless things like, and I guess they're meaningless in Mass Effect as well, but, you find this really frightened Quarian, and your Cerberus people try to tell you to take him back with you so Cerberus can study him, but Tali has also popped up by then, not yet in your crew, and she wants to take him back with her people, and you get to make the call there, but it doesn't really affect anything, and this game is full of kind of meaningless, you decide whether or not to blow up the collector base, and it will make a difference in Mass Effect 3. Well, does it really? As I discussed several times over the course of this series, they set themselves a really impossible task, trying to make everything have a big impact on the third game. Especially because this isn't the first game, this is the second game. So the first game decisions and the second game decisions are all supposed to roll into the third game, leaving them very little freedom to write a third game that has a whole lot going on, because everything is supposed to be dependent on previous decisions. It's just a tough task to set for themselves. Overall, I think they do fairly well. But it'll be the third game where you guys are going to have to judge whether they wrapped it all properly. And I will do the third game eventually. No promises on when. I'm probably going to want to take a bit of a Mass Effect break after this. Zaid has, because he had his own downloadable content, I guess he gets his own set of credits. I don't think they're going to have credits for every single crew member. But, yeah. Very, very long credits. Cookie Everman. Good job, Cookie. Blake. Coffee, Blake. Yep, Caleb Kahn. There's Vampire M. Fishman. Okay, no, none of those guys are actually showing up in the credits, sadly. I'm really not seeing any names that look like Japanese programmers using pseudonyms, because they were instructed not to use their real names because they didn't want the producers of the game didn't want them being poached. Konami trying to prevent Capcom from poaching its programmers and vice versa. I think that's vice versa. Cookie Everman is back. This time, spot friends. Cookie Everman is probably a woman, but I don't really know. Blakeu again. Yeah, see a lot of games popping up over and over and over because they give separate credits for different, like, the same person worked the same position on different sub-projects, and Weapons and Armor DLC. Oh, come on. Audio design. Blake Grant did the programming for that DLC too? Really? And the what's her name? Our little Japanese thief, Kasumi. Yeah. Yeah, what was I talking about? I was repeating a bunch of things I've said over and over throughout the LP about, it's nice that they give you the illusion of freedom and choice, but there really isn't that much. There's a whole lot of DLC and side quest stuff you can do that doesn't really connect in. In some ways, it feels like a massively, I don't really play a lot of massively multiplayer online RPGs, but it has kind of that feel with all these different disconnected, disjointed quests. People have told me that I would really enjoy Skyrim, but that's what I've heard. It's like you go to all these places. It's like Fallout and Fantasyland, and Fallout I enjoy, but there is this. For me, a big part of Fallout is the tone and the environment. But the idea of just going out and finding a bunch of unconnected side quests, where you find the town of cannibals and you deal with that, but nobody ever anywhere else you go ever mentions it or finds out about it. Always kind of bugged me a little bit. And this game has that same feel. It's like you save a planet. More than once in this game, you save a planet that is never mentioned again in any form. Like there was one point where there's the missile's been launched and you have to redirect it. You can direct it towards the human settlements and keep the industrial equipment alive, which will cost lives, but the colony will continue to be economically viable. Or you can direct the missile towards the industrial equipment, and the people will be evacuated, but the colony will be ruined, and they'll have to go somewhere else. And it's like, obviously the goody two shoes one is to save the people and the colony, but it doesn't matter what you do. It's just a little. They just had so much. They needed to have lots and lots of content for all these little side missions. That one wasn't even DLC. It's just little side missions. So they're like, oh shit, what can we do? What if you gotta choose to save life? How can we make you choose a Paragon versus Renegade? I don't know. What if you got you can blow up industrial stuff for people? All right, that's good enough. Throw it in, and we'll make that one of the optional ones, and maybe. Well, we got to give them some kind of reward for completing it. Well, they get experience, they'll get credits. Send them an email afterwards, and have the text of the email vary depending on which path you chose. Perfect. That'll give them a sense they affected the world. Yeah, you know what I mean? This is like, eh. Still, though, I mean, the combat mechanics were overall better. There was fun. There's a lot of fun to be had. There's a lot of intentional humor I enjoyed. There's some unintentional humor I enjoyed. I love Shepard asking evil scary chick what she knows about art, what she knows about yeah. You have stopped the collectors from creating a human reaper. You now have two choices. My voice is cracked. That was weird. Continue this game, complete unfinished missions, develop relationships, play downloaded content, and explore the galaxy for anything you missed. Or import Shepard, start a new game with this character at your current level with your current weapons as well as bonus starting credits and resources. Well, I'm not going to start over with a new Shepard. I'm going to continue this game so I can complete unfinished missions, including the DLC. So there's my honors. I didn't save Dr. Kenson without attracting hostile attention. Oh, that's one of the DLC. Use all the... Okay. Yeah, I'm missing some DLC ones. I guess I would have to replay the DLC. Warp the barriers of 20... Oh, I've never done any of that. At one point there was a little picture of Liara, which I guess I put face down now that I'm... Yeah, that's it. There was a picture of Liara there. Not Liara, I mean Ashley. I put face down because I've been doing it with Tali. Anyway, I can... Oh. Okay, so the relic from that one DLC is hanging out here. That made Firewalker totally worth it, wasn't it, right? Did that come from Firewalker? Firewalker, worst DLC ever. Oh my god. Well, it's probably time to call it a video, to tell you the truth. I could go around and talk to everybody. Let me see how much time I got left in the video. Yeah, video's over. I could go around and talk to everybody. We're obviously gonna. Obviously the LP isn't over because we're still gonna do the Lair of the Shadow Broker stuff. But you know, there will be post-game chit-chats you can have with people. I'm stalling because I'm trying to decide whether I want to record that now or wait and do that as a prelude to doing the. Because I'm not gonna start in on the DLC in this session. I guess I'll record it now. But, you know, you don't care. You'll see these videos as they come out. But anyway, folks, I'm the Mysterious JG. Thank you guys very much for watching, and I hope you'll join me next time for post defeat of the Collector's celebrations. And I guess we get to find out whether our crew is going to mutiny against us because we're no longer listening to the elusive man. Spoiler alert, it doesn't really affect anything. Bye-bye.